Hello and welcome back to the bottom. My name is Beast and today we're back with Café Stella and the Reaper's Butterflies. Today was a plan for co-host, but something came up on Scott's side. So we decided to see if tomorrow works. If not tomorrow, then maybe Saturday, but we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways. That's why we're here back with Café Stella. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page immediately. Out of the way. We're moving in for Suzune-Route. It should be except black tea. Help Nozomi. Prepare food as always. Break time. Take break first. First coffee. Go with Suzune. Let's see where that leads us. Take a look at this. Bashful Suzune. There we go. We have entered her route successfully. There we go. Suzune. Lovely. It didn't show me this name of the achievement though for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Why isn't coding suddenly overloaded? Sweat. Or it just decided not to give me the goddamn thing yet. The cake is made with love. I had to go out of my way to look it up because for some reason the game decides, yeah, no, we're not gonna tell you. Fucking weird, but okay. Let's try this again. Let's go to like common. Yes, and then just like zoom like this. Activate skip mode. I guess it won't update. I guess it won't update until the next scene actually starts. Speaking of which, what about Jesus now? Are you attracted to guys with money?
嫌いではないね。あって困るものではない。お金があれば大々的な広告も打てる。設備も整えられる。いい材料を揃えられる。逆にお金がなきゃいくら美味しいものを作っても店が潰れるかもしれないしさ。フローチャート画面だよ。
Let me just check which scenes are now exempt from her route. The yet to fall in love. That's the only one that's exempt. Yes, that's true.
でもそれで特別な関係になるってのはごめんかな。
Or is your type then out of curiosity? Guy who's a better pastry chef than you?
え？それは嫌だ。なんかムカつく。それに私生活でも味のことで対立とかするのは面倒だから肩残らない相手がいいかな。あと私のために料理作ってくれて掃除してくれて洗濯してくれて買い物にも行ってくれて。
Sounds like you're looking for a housemaid more than a boyfriend.
正直よくわからんのだよそこらへん。
Do you mind if I ask something? Have you ever...
今まで彼氏なんていたことない。 君らより年上のくせに処女ですけど。何か文句ある？
I never said anything. Honestly, judging by your tone, it feels like you're way more bothered about this than any of us.
そりゃあね。周りには結婚して子供を産んでる子だっているのを目の当たりにしちゃうとね。ケーキ作ってる最中は幸せなんだけどさ。
No one's calling, apparently. You don't have any, like, guy friends you might be interested in?
いない。文句あっか？
None whatsoever, honestly. I'm no better.
私がそういう雰囲気に興味なさそうだったってのもあるだろうけど。なんせ体型もね。
Oh, that makes sense.
そんなすぐに納得されるとすっげえ腹立つ。でもそのおかげでよそ見することなくお菓子作りに打ち込めて今に至るってわけ。
Yeah.
だからまあ誰かといい雰囲気になったことなんて。
What was that?
別になんでもないよ。それよりもほら片付けさっさと終わらせるよ。
Yes, ma'am.
お疲れ様です。お疲れ。大丈夫ですか、すずねさん？え？何が？顔ちょっと赤いですよ。そうかな。え？あ、ほんとだ。風邪ですか？別に体調に違和感はないからそういう心配は必要ないよ。それならいいんですけど。嘘はついてないって。でもそうだね。
Whoops, fuck.
帰り道昴生君と一緒の方がいいんじゃないですか？もしものために。バックログ画面ね。でもそうだね。部屋に帰ったら早めに寝るようにするよ。いいってそこまで心配しなくても一人で帰れる。
What an intriguing reaction.
そうですか？同じマンションですから昴生君もめんどくさがったりはしないと思うんですけど。そういうんじゃなくてとにかく一人で平気だから。昴生と一緒にとか勘弁。
The other's just standing over there like... like just...
じゃあお先。
That was fast.
なんか怒ってました？怒ったのかな。微妙に怒ってるのとは違う気もしたけど。でも昴生君だしな。何か失礼なことしたり言ったりしてても不思議ではないからな。怒ってるわけじゃないならいいんですけどね。鈴音さん、怒るときはもっとあからさまに怒るし、もう少し様子を見ましょうか。
She's not Irish.
そんなに顔赤いのかな。もし本当にそうだとしたら昴生のせいだ。
Because of all that weird stuff you kept asking me, I couldn't help but remember. It reminds
フ
me.
ローチャート画面ですよ。
Read out the like last. I didn't actually. I forgot to read out the last few chapter names in Maze Route. So time to study, life experience, no more running away. Let's do this. First time in a while, actually. Yeah, that was it. And everything will be fine. Best partner ever, and a cafe that brings joy. There we go.
フローチャート画面ですよ。
It's still the bashful Suzune, which... Yes. Because of all that weird stuff you kept asking me, I couldn't help but remember. Time we very nearly kissed by accident.
男の子の顔、間近で見たことなんて、あの時くらいだもんね。
For some reason, just thinking about it is making my heart race.
くそ、何が 悲しくて、あんな砂利垣にドキドキさせられなきゃならんのだ。しかも思い出し時とか。とっとと寝て、切り替えよう。カフェステラと死神の蝶。
There we go. Now I got the achievement. The cake is made with love.
フローチャート画面だ
Now
よ。
that we are in Inquisitive Turn. Inquisitive Turn sounds like a fucking Phoenix Wright chapter. Just, you know, at the about afterwards. Morning already. It's cold. Switch on the heater on the Maikotatsu. Take some time to warm up, but it should be ready by the time I finish washing my face and getting dressed. I guess I'm finally able to get up in the mornings all on my own now. No, I had it in me. Good morning.
おはよう。何？
Just seem a little less peppy today. Are you feeling under the weather or something?
んなことないよ。それより仕事しようか。
Alright. So Christmas coming up next week.
うん。そうだね。
I was wondering, are your looks hard to make?
なんでもそうだけど、簡単にすることもできるし、難しくすることもできるね。
I mean, the Yule logs you're making for Christmas specifically, are they something that even I can learn how to make?
練習すれば作れるかもしれないけど。急にどうしたの？
It just suddenly occurred to me. If you ever got sick and we'd be royally screwed over here.
ああ、で何？私の代わりを務めるってこと？
Me, do your job, not in my wildest dreams.
なら、まさかパティシエでも目指すつもり？
I haven't thought that far ahead either, to be honest. Actually, I was just thinking of things I could do to help you out, since it seems like you've got a lot on your plate. My career aspirations aside, I definitely am interested in cake making, but all this time I've just been given instructions by you. I've never paid much attention to why or your reasoning behind it.
ああ、そういった疑問を持つのはいいことだけど、就活が面倒とかってことならおすすめはしないよ。
Like I said, I'm not looking for a career just yet.
なら、興味があるなら教えてあげよっか？
Yeah, that'd be great. After we finish our usual morning preparations, I head off to school. Several uneventful hours later, I'm done with classes for the day. After that, I return to the cafe and head to the kitchen. Then it's back to cooking like always. However, there is one thing that's different than usual.
泡立てが足りなくても、泡立てしすぎても、こんな風にスポンジは膨らまないの。卵の気泡は均一に。そのためには混ぜすぎても混ぜ足りなくてもダメなわけ。
I think you explained this to me before.
そのチェックはいつも私がしてたけど、チェックの仕方を教えてあげるよ。何度にして何分ミキサーにかけるとか、数字でやればある程度は揃うけど。でもやっぱその日の室温とか湿度で全く同じってわけにはいかないんだよね。
So how do you usually account for those variables then?
かな。
For a perfectionist like you, that seems pretty unreliable.
長年の下積み経験で体が覚えてるの。ちょうどいい硬さとかそういうのをね。違和感を覚えたらちゃんと違和感がなくなるようにする。勘ってのはそういうのを一言でまとめてるだけ。
Pretty amazing how you're able to detect things like that. Stuff you make always turns out great, so I guess that intuition of yours is never wrong.
それだけこき使われたってことさ。マジでみっちりやらされたから。
Although Suzune's attributes it to her years of experience, her skills seem far from easily attainable. doubt she could have developed such a precise intuition for baking unless she already had an innate talent for it.
ほれ、こうして爪楊枝でも立てて、しばらく倒れないくらいだと、気泡を均一化できてるんだよ。あと、生地をリボン状に垂らすとか、8の字を書いてみるとかね。
Oh, okay. So, that's how you do it.
最初から楽しようとしない。ちゃんと確認することが重要。私だって、いつの間にか体が覚えてただけで、そうしようと思ってたわけじゃないんだから。
I know. I just want to pretend like I knew what I was doing. Anyways, I'll try my best to learn how to do things like this from now on so I can reduce your workload at least a little.
そうだね。まずは、そこら辺を目指すのがいいかもね。
Gotta say though, it's crazy how you're able to detect such subtle changes in the batter. Body must be pretty sensitive, Suzune. Phrasing.
セクハラ？
No. I just couldn't think of another way to phrase that, but seriously though, what kind of hands do you have?
どんなって、普通の手だよ。ほれ。
She spreads open her palm and shows it to me. As I say, it's quite a bit smaller than mine. Sure, that doesn't seem to be anything particularly special about it. However, I give it a feel just to be sure. Stunned silent. Using my thumb, I give her tiny palm and her thin fingers a few experimental squeezes. Her palm is definitely softer than mine, but like she said, it's just a regular hand. Guess she was right. It really is all just intuition. And he is a little cold though. That is a desirable quality for pastry chefs, helps prevent the raw cream they work with from becoming unnecessarily warm. In that sense, it's almost like Suzune was born to be a patissier.
いいでしょ。話しなさい。
Suzune snatches her hand back.
気安く手を握るんじゃないの？ったく。
Alright, I was holding her girl's hand just now. Thought I hadn't crossed my mind at all.
オーダー入ります。パンケーキとパフェお願いします。はいはい、オーダーね。パンケーキは私がやるから、君はパフェね。
Alright. What kind of parfait do you need?
ストロベリーお願い。
Got it. Those of you just like, what the fuck is going on?
昴生君、平気？
What do you mean?
いや、キッチンの雰囲気がいつもと少し違うから。昨日も鈴音さん少し変だったし、何か怒らせるようなことしたんじゃないの？
Me? Can't recall making any blunders at work as of late. I did ask her to teach me a few things, but it wasn't like she was doing it begrudgingly. No, not that I know of.
そうならいいけど、昴生君ナチュラルに無神経なこと言うんだから気をつけなよ。
The only one I'm considerate towards is you, Nozomi. That's how special you are to me.
昴生君、そんな特別全くいらないんですけど。あと、私だけとか言うけど、そんなことないからね。
I am?
そうだよ。そういうとこ気をつけないと、彼女なんてできないんだからね。
Alright, I'll be careful.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Fwa fwa pancake! 1 week later. At last, it's Christmas Eve. I'm so tired. Today I have to help Suzune make our Yule logs in addition to our regular cakes. As such, I have to get up even earlier than usual. Sure isn't easy getting up this early. Thank God I didn't have classes yesterday. The college is already on winter break, so I was able to get to bed early last night. However, I'm still a bit tired. Even though I got the same hours of sleep as usual. Maybe even a couple more. Yeah, it's because I woke up during the night. Humans aren't meant to wake up before the sunrise after all. Oh well, a quick wash shot would wake me up. For breakfast, I had toast, a hastily made salad, and a cup of yogurt. After finishing off the simple meal, I rinse my dishes in the sink. Since it's so cold, I'm tempted to stay on the kotatsu for a while longer, but I can't. There's not much time left, I better get going soon. Reluctantly, I switch off the kotatsu. As I do so, my doorbell rings with uncanny timing. Check the intercom to see who it is. Suzune, good morning. Why go through the trouble of coming to get me?
早起きする必要があったから念のためにね。とはいえ正直君にまで付き合ってもらわなくてもよかったのに。
Can't just let you do everything yourself now, can I? Besides, I appreciate getting to see you more.
は？いや、それって。
Alright, let's get going. I'm not going to elaborate on what I just said.
今の言葉って一体どういう意味なんだろう。フローチャート画面だよ。
We are at failure and encouragement, apparently.
もしかして。
It's said I would.
まさか。
Getting too curious.
いや、まさかね。
Need to remember, at the end of the part. I said I would do it at the end of the part, though I've already forgotten about it like twice now. Fuck me, I suck. Anyways. Alright, work your magic.
はいよ。
Practice as I might, I still have a lot to learn. As I'm still nowhere near Suzune's level of expertise, I have to leave the Yule log's finishing touches to her. Decorating the cake so that it resembles actual wood is still far beyond my capabilities. Suzune scrapes away at the frosting, carving a bark-like pattern into the cake. Seriousness and care, yet seemingly without effort. Then, with a final dusting of powdered sugar on top, it's complete. Picture perfect Yule log.
ココアの方は何本だっけ？
Hold on, let me see. 11.
了解。終わったやつから箱詰めして冷蔵しておいて。
Sure. You know, you might make it look easy, but sifting the powdered sugar's gotta be kinda difficult, right?
力加減を覚えれば簡単だよ。簡単だけど重要でもあってね。パッと見た時の印象が変わったりするから。
It'll be tough hard to be so meticulous. In fact, everything about running your own bakery is a lot harder than it looks. Having to get up so early every morning, baking so many cakes on Christmas.
大変は大変だけど、楽しようと思えば方法はあるよ。例えば、スポンジをあらかじめ焼いておくとか。
Still, sponge cakes are the only type of cake you can make in advance, right? How long do sponge cakes keep anyway?
冷凍すれば1週間は余裕だと思う。2週間でもいけるかな。
Despite knowing that, the fact that you chose to bake them all today must mean it affects the taste somehow, right?
まあ、そうだね。もしかすると気づかれないレベルかもしれないけど、今回くらいの本数ならなんとかなるかなって。
Just barely.
それでもね、クリスマスにケーキを予約する人は、その大半が誰かと過ごすために予約すると思うわけ。家族であったり、恋人であったり。ケーキは主役じゃないかもしれないけどさ、食べた人が笑顔になるように、クリスマスを楽しめるようにっていう重要な役目があるんだよ。そのためには少しでも美味しくしたい。そのために私はこの道に踏み込んだわけだから。何その目は。
Sorry. I just thought that was a really sweet sentiment coming from you.
バカにすんの？
I'm being serious. Just struck me. You might look like a kid on the outside, but you're a genuine adult on the inside. You're one amazing person.
子供っぽい見た目って前置き必要だった？やっぱバカにしてるよね。
I'm not, I swear. I'm being serious, honestly. I really do think you're a mature professional as well. I'm not just talking about your skill and experience with baking, I mean in general.
そうかな。
Of course, that's why I said I wanted more opportunity to see you in action, so I could learn from you.
なんだ、そういう意味でだったのか。
What did you think I meant?
なんでもないよ。って いうか、変なこと言わないで。手元狂いそう。
Sorry, I've just been thinking about some things lately since I'm gonna have to start job hunting soon. Should probably just take a book out of your. I should take a page out of your book if I want to become an upstanding member of society.
どうだろう。私はたまたまやりたいことと仕事が合致してただけだから。したくもないことを真面目に取り組んでる人の方がよっぽど社会人だと私は思うけどね。
Hearing her admonish me like that really drives home just how mature Susan is. Honestly, this hammers home just how far out of my league she is. Consequently, the Yule logs we'd worked so hard on ended up selling extremely well. Even the extras we'd baked just in case had completely sold out. The percentage of customers who actually came to pick up their orders wasn't bad either. Susan had been worried that some people might try to prank us by placing phony orders, but her fears were evidently unfounded. Perhaps due to the fact that it was Christmas Eve, the cafe was also chock full of couples today. Even so, our peak business hours came and went. Even as our peak business hours came and went, things remained as busy as ever.
はい、パンケーキ上がり。運びまーす。あとは、なんだっけ。
One soft-cooked omelette rice and chocolate syrup pancakes.
そうだった。
Maybe you should take a little break. You're looking pretty tired.
これくらいで疲れたとは言ってられないでしょ。
I've never seen you struggle this much to stay focused at work before, though. Plus, you did most of the work making those Yule logs earlier too. Let me handle things for now.
そう？まあ、無理してミスするわけにもいかないし、お言葉に甘えさせてもらおうかな。じゃあごめん。悪いけど、あとは任せる。
You got it. For that, I'm left working by myself in the kitchen for a while. I've been woken up so early today, I'm feeling somewhat tired myself. Nevertheless, I'm able to concentrate enough to forget about my fatigue. That's how full of motivation I am. Perhaps hearing about Suzune's feelings had something to do with it. Made me want to do what little I could to help her. Bring me with determination and pour everything I have into work.
高峰さん、今日はいつも以上に頑張ってますね。
何かいいことでもあったのかな。
どうでしょう。でもやる気がないよりはいいんじゃないですか。見る限り悪い雰囲気ってわけでもありませんし。
そうかもしれないけど、頑張りすぎるのもそれはそれで良くない気がするんだけどね。
Neither it is for your fucking goddamn pastry chef. Quite frankly, if I had to choose one person where it would be less calamitous if they overworked themselves, it would be Kosei. Like, it's better for Kosei to overwork himself than for Suzune. Since if Suzune overworks herself, your entire fucking cafe is basically shut down for a while. Soft-cooked omelet rice is ready.
そろそろ君も休憩に行ったら？今日全然休んでないよね。
I'm fine, not tired at all.
ミスしてからじゃ遅いから。気づいてないだけかもしんないでしょ。余裕のあるうちに休む。しっかり仕事をするためにも休むことは重要だよ。ほれ、行った。
Alright, I guess I can't argue with that.
少なくとも30分は帰ってきちゃダメだからね。
Walk into the break room and sit down on a metal folding chair. The moment I do, my body feels so heavy. It's as if all the exhaustion that I'd built throughout the day hit me all at once. Suzune was right, I hadn't even realized how tired I was. I thought I had a bit more stamina than that. Yeah, I'm just tired because I woke up so early today. Once I became aware of my fatigue, it all came crashing down on me. Yes, she saw right through me. That's Suzune for you. So much more sensible than I am. Wait, what time is it? Shit, it's already past closing. I'm so sorry.
もう起きた？
Why didn't you come wake me up?
疲れてたみたいだからさ。 それに、お客も落ち着いてたからね。
I really am sorry. I can't believe I dozed off on the clock.
ま、30分は帰ってくるなって言ったのは私だから、気にしないでいいって。
Still.
それよりほら、ちゃっちゃと片付けて早く帰ろう。明日もあるんだから。
Right.
お疲れ様でした。
いつまでしょげてるのさ。
Me, I totally fell asleep on the job.
その分は朝働いてたじゃん。めんどくさいなあ、君。あのね、私だって完璧じゃない。失敗だって数えきれないくらい経験してる。
I don't think I've ever seen you make a single mistake since we started working together, though.
そう見せてるだけ。でもそれは別に失敗したことを君や他の子に知られるのが嫌だからじゃない。お客さんには私たちの事情なんて関係ないから。
What do you mean?
そう。体調が悪かろうが睡眠不足だろうが人手不足だろうがキッチンの事情なんてお客さんには関係ない。店を開けてる以上満足させられるものを提供しなくちゃいけないの。ダメだと思ったら起こしてたよ。でもそうしなかったのは
Cause
今日はイブで明日も頑張ってもらわないといけないの。
tomorrow.
そう、明日も明後日も仕事はあるんだよ。しょげたままだとスポンジの膨らみも悪くなる。明日もそのままならキッチンには入れないよ。
That's a little harsh, don't you think?
失敗を重ねそうなやつはいるだけ邪魔。失敗してもいいとは言わない。安静も必要。けど、しょげてるだけってのは何の意味もないと思う。だから、まずは顔を上げる。形からでも、から元気でもいいから。しょげてる人間が、誰かを笑顔にできると思うなよ。何さ、何じっと見てるわけ？
Not particularly. Susan is amazing. She might be tiny, petite, flat-chested at first glance. Most would even mistake her for a child. She's far more mature than I could ever hope to be.
なんか今、無性にムカッとしたんだけど、気のせいかな。
Yeah, you must be. Damn, this girl's just too cool. There's just something about her that I can't help but admire. Hopefully one day, I can become someone who influences others as much as she does. So eagerly wish to myself. That's right. The worst thing I can do is dwell on what happened today and let it lead to even more mistakes. Alright, time to take a bath and get to bed so I'll be ready for tomorrow.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
When I awake, I'm feeling much more refreshed than I expected. I haven't forgotten about yesterday by any means, but at the very least, I'm able to get out of my slump and put it behind me. Alright, Christmas Eve might be over, but Christmas itself has just started. Gotta work hard. Like yesterday, I wake up before dawn, wash my face, get dressed, and eat breakfast. Then, just as I'm about to head out the door, also like yesterday, my doorbell rings. This time, I open the door immediately.
おはよう。
Good morning, Suzune-Route. Here to make sure I'm awake again.
ああ、それもあるんだけど。
Did you come by to see how I was doing? Just for the record, I'm completely fine. In fact, I couldn't stay depressed if I wanted to after everything you said to me yesterday.
ならいいんだけど、昨日はちょっと言い過ぎたかなって。
Nah, everything you said made sense, and I don't think you were being unreasonable either. If anything, it's just that what I needed to hear. I'm ready to turn over a new leaf today.
うん。よろしく。
No, it almost seems like you're the one who's down in the dumps today.
そういうわけではないけど。
You don't need to worry about me. You're the one who said our problems don't concern our customers, remember? Let's just try and focus on making Christmas an enjoyable one. To that end, feel free to work me as hard as you want today. What do you say?
そっか。君、意外とメンタル強いっていうか、バカなのかな。
Maybe both.
その切り替えの良さには、目を見張るものがあるよ。
Are you insulting me?
褒めてるよ。そういうの、いいと思うよ。うじうじするよりも、ずっと。
Agreed.
それじゃあ、今日も頑張ろうか。
Is there any difference between a Yule log and a Swiss roll?
ん？基本的にはデコレーションだけかな。クリームでコーティングする分、私は中の味付けも調整してはいるけどね。
Oh, okay, I thought so.
ブッシュドノエルってのは、直訳するとクリスマスの薪って意味でね。なんで薪なのかは諸説あるんだけど、家でも気軽に作れるから、家族で過ごすクリスマスのケーキとして広がったんじゃないかと、個人的には思ってたり。
Makes sense. In other countries, it's generally more common to spend Christmas with your family after all. Japan, though, it's much more of a holiday for couples these days.
まあ、いいんじゃない？イベントの意味合いなんて、時代とともに変化するものだよ。
True. Incidentally, are you familiar with the period of time known as the 6-hour sex, Suzune?
12月24日午後9時から翌日の25日の午前3時まで、最もセックスする人の多い時間。何言わすんだ、セクハラか。
No, of course not. It's just frustrating that the cakes I'm making are being used as a tool to help other people get laid. In fact, the cake I'm making right now might end up being used for that very purpose.
こらこら、やめろ。そんなくだらない憎しみを送り込むんじゃない。まずくなったらどうするつもり？
Sorry.
そんな憎しみを送るくらいなら、とっとと彼女でも作りゃいいのに。
If it were that easy, I would have lost my virginity years ago.
そりゃそうだ。ヒロトもね、彼女の一人や二人、早く作ってほしいもんだよ。姉としては心配。
Incidentally, what do you think I'm lacking? I've been told that I'm not proactive enough, but besides that. Suzune pauses what she's doing. Turning to face me, she scans me appraisingly from head to toe.
なんだろうね。清潔感がないとか、パッと見ての問題があるわけじゃないのに。性格の方も、言うほど問題があるわけじゃないしね。まあ、君ならそのうち彼女くらいできるんじゃない？知らんけど。
But at least try to sound a little more confident. It's a serious concern of mine, I love you now.
と言われてもな。
Let's say you were dating me, for example. What would you say I need to improve?
私が？君を？
You don't need to sound that disgusted, it kinda hurts.
だって、弟と同じ年の子だもんな。
I might be younger than you, but I'm still a man. Are you saying I'm too much of a kid? I mean, I'm not surprised you think that you've had to teach me a lot ever since we started working together. You know, just yesterday, she had to cheer me up after I fell asleep at work. Man or not, that probably doesn't reflect very well on me as a person. But knowing I'm not even on her radar is honestly rather frustrating.
どこなのは、まあ、知ってる。
Look up surprised, since the cheeks are rather flushed. Did it do something weird to you?
変なことではないけど、ベッドに押し倒された。
Wait. Time out! Why'd you have to phrase it like that? That was 100% an accident!
わかってるよ。別に怒ってるわけじゃないし。あの時、上に乗っかられて、身動きも取れなくなって、やっぱ男なんだなーってね。
Oh. Right.
ベッドに押し倒された？
Oh no! Nozomi, when did you get here?
上に乗っかられた。
メイさんまで？
ああ、正常位ですね。
秋月さん、いきなり何言ってるの？
ああ、すみません。そうですね。ネバックの可能性もありますね。
そういう意味じゃなくって。あと2人もどういう付き合いでも口を挟むつもりはないですけど、店の中でそんなの話はちょっと。
してないし、そんな話してないし。私はまだバキバキの少女だよ。
So am I!
先輩って、そういうご趣味が終わりなんですか？ちょっとお母さんに電話しなきゃ。
Don't! That's fake news! I just meant I don't have any sexual experience either. I'm a virgin.
私と昴生が付き合ってるなんてこともない。
Yeah, it was an accident we were talking about earlier. I just tripped and knocked her over.
そうそう。
なんだ、そういうことか。はあ、びっくりした。
I'm the one who should be saying that!
そうだよ。まったく。
謎も解けたことだし、開店の準備をしましょうか。
そうですね。
私たちも仕事しようか。
Yeah. Excluding that little incident, we made it through work on Christmas Day without a hitch. Oh shit. Girlfriend just spent Christmas with too.
Café Stella と死神の蝶。
Wha pancake! Wow, this really does taste completely different.
でしょ？私も別に嫌がらせで面倒なことをさせてるんじゃないんだよ。
I believe whisking the batter this way changes the sponge cake's texture so much.
そりゃあ、卵を温めて泡立てた方が楽さ。でも、表面張力が弱まっちゃうんだよ。だから面倒でも、泡立てするときは湯煎に頼っちゃダメなわけさ。
Joe trusted you if it makes this much of a difference. I understand why you're so particular about doing things a certain way.
理解してもらえたなら何よりだ。
I don't know why I'm doing things the way I am. I feel like working even harder.
そいつは結構。
Suzune nods with satisfaction. Recently, I've been having her instruct me in some of the finer details of her trade. Before, I'd just lackadaisically tell myself there must be a reason she asked me to do it this way, or if that's what the boss says, that's what I'll do. But I had no idea how much this affected the taste of our cakes. This realization brought with it newfound motivation. I don't know the difference it makes. I feel like putting in the extra effort to make things as delicious as possible.
ふーん。
What?
その喜びは私と同じ道への第一歩だよ。
Not a bad feeling at all. If I'm not careful, I might get hooked on this.
一度知っちゃうとやみつきになるから気をつけなよ。
True. There's already one addict standing right in front of me.
褒め言葉として受け取っといてあげる。
It actually was.
ならよかった。
Suzune giggles gleefully at my words.
何？
Oh, no, it's nothing.
変なやつ。
お疲れ様、昴生くん。
Oh, hey, Nozomi, you're on your break too? Things are kind of slow in the kitchen right now, actually. Are we not getting any customers today?
昴生くんの想像通り、落ち着いちゃってるね。クリスマスも終わって、世間の雰囲気はすっかりお正月だから、それも仕方ないと思うけど。
True.
でも、お正月の雰囲気が終われば、またお客さんも来てくれるよね。
Probably. At least I hope so. Suzune's cakes are one of a kind, so I'm sure our customers will be back.
すずねさんといえば、 最近鈴音さんと仲がいいよね。
What, are you jealous? Scared you and Ichan's being taken away from you?
昴生くんなんて喜んでプレゼントするよ。なんならのしつけてくれてやる。
I didn't know you were into that kind of king, Nozomi. Ouch, thought we had something special, Nozomi-chan.
紐になりたいとか言っちゃう人に執着はありません。
Come on, there's always been just been an insider joke between us.
昴生くんの場合ジョークに聞こえないんだよ。私もなんだかんだで面倒見ちゃいそうだから。早く彼女を作って安心させてよね。
What are you, my mom?
似たようなものでしょ。つい最近まで誰が朝起こしてあげて朝食を作ってたと思うの？
I know and I can't thank you enough for that.
朝食は私の希望でもあったわけだけどね。で、どうなの？大学にいい感じの人はいないの？
Can't really say they are now.
クリスマスの予定ないみたいだったし、お正月も暇してそうだね。だからほっとけないんだってば。何が悪いんだろ
う。You tell me. I've been trying to figure that out for a while now. Asked Susan the same question and she was just as stumped as me.
あれかな、そのモテなさそうな雰囲気かな。
It wasn't me. We might be childhood friends, but you could be a little nicer to me. I do have feelings, you know.
それ昴生くんが言う？そっちこそ普段の言い方考えてほしいんですけど。
I do? I'm sorry then. Still though, a loner aura? Do I really seem like that much of a loser?
そんなことないよ。というか、一言でまとめちゃったのがいけなかったね。昴生くんはさ、過度に臆病っていうか、様子を見すぎっていうか、要は自信なさそうなんだよね。女の人に対しては特に。
Well, yeah, I'm a timid guy.
私なんかに遠慮なく言うくせにね。
That goes both ways, though.
昴生くんの場合は輪をかけて。私に対する態度の半分でいいから、他の人とも自信を持って話せれば雰囲気が違ってくるのに。
Well, the only reason I can do it is because we've known each other for so long.
昴生くん、本気で彼女が欲しい？
Of course I do, with all my heart.
だったら、でもとか、だってとか禁止。そういうところからまず改善させないと。ぐも禁止。それで、女の子に対して自信をつけるためにも、そうだね。今気になってる人とか、一番仲のいい人とか、誰か誘ってデートに行きなさい。
Date. Wait a second. Is this some roundabout way of telling me to ask you on a date?
はぁ？私は真面目な話をしてるんだよ、昴生くん。
Ouch, that hurts. I was being serious too, actually.
私と出かけたって仕方ないでしょ？そうじゃなくて、女の人をリードするというか、エスコートする。
Whoops. I guess that's true. I've never even been on a real date before.
女の人と過ごす経験を積み重ねることで、雰囲気が変われば、少しは状況も変わるかもよ。
Really think so?
保証はしかねる。
Wow.
でも、行動を起こさないと何も変わらないよ。
Well, I can't argue with that.
ちょうどお正月だしさ、お参りにでも誘ってみたら？普段よりも気軽に誘いやすいと思うよ。そんでもって、赤岩神社にお賽銭をよろしくお願いします。
Do you have any dating experience yourself, Nozomi?
ないよ。それくらい知ってるでしょ？でも、クラスには付き合ってる子もいるし、女子だけだとクラスの誰々がどうとか、そういう話題にもなるの。
Well, I guess you are a girl
な
too.
んか引っかかる言い方だな。まあいいけど。
Alright, fine. Thanks for the advice. I'll try to give it some thought.
頑張ってね。
thought over the advice Nozomi had given me during my break. What she'd said made sense. I've been on a date and I'm not used to dealing with girls either. Maybe they can tell, that's why I'm not popular with women. Other people have told me that I should be more proactive too. Not afraid to admit that, of course, but still. What the hell am I supposed to ask on a date? Nozomi suggested something I'm interested in, or someone I'm good friends with. Someone I'm interested in, someone I'm good friends with. Being honest, the only feeling that the female friend I'm closest to is Nozomi. The problem is we're a bit too close, so I don't feel any anxiety, any of the anxiety I usually do when talking to other girls. Beach is pretty much like family to me at this point. Oh well, so the next girl on that list would probably be Suzune, I suppose. I get the feeling she'd rather spend New Year's sitting on her ass than at her parents' house. Faster should probably just respond to something like,
バース、正月は毎年、寝正月を過ごすって決めてるからね。
I guarantee.
無事に終わったね。これでようやく仕事納めだ。
Thanks for all your hard work this past, well, it hasn't quite been a year, these past 6 months, really.
そっちこそ、お疲れ様。あと、ありがとうね。
What?
ちゃんと納める仕事ができたこと。誘ってもらわなかったら、部屋に引きこもったままかもしれないから。
Well, I owe you thanks too. Cafe wouldn't be nearly as successful if it wasn't as it is without you. Hopefully that success continues into next year.
お正月気分が抜けて、大学とかも始まれば、元に戻ると思うんだけど。一応、その対策として新作のケーキとか考えてはいる。
Really? What kind of cake?
まだ内緒。もうちょっと、いろいろ研究をしたいからさ。
Man, I'm dying to know what it is.
そんな特殊なものじゃないよ。普通によくある種類のケーキ。
So I'm excited. Your cakes never fail to impress.
そう言われると悪い気はしないかな。君にはいずれ味見もしてもらうつもりだから。
Can't wait. By the way, do you have any plans for New Year's?
実家に戻ってこたつさんとひたすらイチャイチャしっぽりと。
That's what I thought.
何か文句でも
No, not at all. It's
言い
just,
たいことがあるならはっきり言いな。
my mouth feels strangely dry. Even though I think it's pathetic how fast my heart is racing and how tense my entire body is. All I'm doing is asking her to visit the shrine with me. I can't even manage that. It's like Nozomi said. I just don't have enough experience with women. Maybe I should just give up. If she rejects me, things might get kind of awkward between us afterwards. I actually enjoy the relationship we have right now. I'd rather keep things this way. That thought of mine, my throat finally relaxes. I'm able to speak at last. Do you want to visit the shrine with me on New Year's? Wait, what? What I meant to say was never mind, forget it! What had actually come out of my mouth was an invitation to visit the shrine!
初詣私と
I can't believe it. I was planning to give up on the whole thing entirely. So I just end up inviting her on today. Yeah, if you're not busy, of course. Or do you not want to leave your Kotatsu?
あ、いや、そういうわけではないけど。
Jesus Christ, these two are just extremely fucking awkward, aren't they? I was just gonna say, you can only stare at her with bated breath. That moment our eyes met, then.
しょうがないな。
She heaves a sigh, then smiles.
そんな目で見ないでくれる？まるで私が嫌がらせでもしてるみたいだから。
How am I looking at you?
泣きそうなくらい潤んだ目。捨てられた子犬か、君。わかったよ。初詣くらいは付き合ってあげるよ。
Really?
そんな顔をされちゃあね。断ったら私が冷酷非道みたいだから。
Thank you.
でも、私でいいの？なんか、毎年のぞみさんと一緒に行ってそうなイメージだけど。
Nozomi always has to help out the shrine since they get so busy during this time.
まあ、そっか。
I do usually go to visit her, though. But in general, normally I go by myself to visit the shrine on New Year's.
そういうことなら、まあ。でも、元日じゃなくてもいいでしょ ?1 月の3日には、実家からこっちに戻ってきてるから。
Sure, that's fine. I'll see you on the 3rd then. Back in her house. Panic. And initiate panic. His panic? No, I'm the one who's panicking.
なんだあれもしかしてデートの誘いとかなのかいや、でも、それはちょっと飛躍しすぎかな。男に誘われたことなんて初めてで、頭がうまく働かない。ヒロトと同じ年のガキから初詣に誘われた程度で、こんなになるとか。年下の男の子のくせに。でも、ちゃんと男なんだよね。
He's tall and strong, much stronger than I am. He's also been a big help with all the cake making too. Though he might still be at an amateur level, he's got more than enough enthusiasm to make up for it. And even when things get him down, he quickly bounces right back. Seeing him work so hard makes me realize just how much of a man he is. Not a younger brother, not a boy, but a full-fledged man. Especially as of late.
くそ、生意気な。生意気だって思ってるのに。ムカムカするんじゃなく、ドキドキする。カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Suzune-Route. Finally, New Year's arrives. Happy New Year.
おめでとうって、結局一人か。
Well, not today at least.
どういう意味？
I took your advice and asked Suzune if she wanted to visit the shrine with me.
それで
She said we could go on the 3rd.
まさか本当に誘っちゃうとは。
Hold on, are you saying all that advice you gave me was just a joke?
違う。あの時の言葉に嘘はないよ。でも、昴生君に誰かを誘う勇気があるとは思ってなかったから。割とヘタレだし。
Ouch.
そっか。へえ。いいと思うよ。昴生君、年上好きだったんだ。
These games keep fucking... Stop blaming me. You're right, but still. I don't know if I'd say that necessarily. Plus, Suzune doesn't exactly look old.
そういうとこね。気をつけた方がいいのは、そういう失礼なこと言うとこ。
Sorry. If I start talking about others when they're not around, I might just end up letting something slip back when they are. Should be more careful, but you make a good point. Regardless of her appearance, Suzune is definitely mature on the inside. Not that she's that much older, but she still feels way more grown up than me. The attitude she has towards work, the amount of passion she pours into it, those sorts of things. She's an amazing personality, I kind of admire her. So in that sense, I suppose you could say that I like older women. What?
別に、なんでもないよ。
Why are you smiling like that then?
気にしないでいいよ。
No, I'm very worried about it. Easier said than done! Anyways, where's your mom and dad? Wanna go say hi to them?
社務所にいるんじゃないかな。
Alright, I'll go check.
お参りは？
Whoops. I just came by to say hello today. I'll save the actual shrine visit for the 3rd.
律儀だね。でも、そういうのもいいかもね。
Alright, see you later.
頑張ってね。
Seriously, why are you giggling like that? After greeting Nozomi's parents and wishing them a happy new year, I returned to my apartment. am I so damn restless? Something must be wrong with me. It's because of how accustomed I've become to working my ass off lately. Hey, I'm actually kind of a workaholic. Oh, hey, it's because of how much I've been thinking about Suzune. She's been working just as diligently as I've been, spending no effort in order to make her food as delicious as humanly possible. I really admire that part of her. Despite her plans to spend the holidays lazing around under her kotatsu, I have the feeling she's still hard at work behind the scenes. So, maybe I should be practicing too. Just sit around doing nothing. I feel the gap in our skill level will only further widen. Wonder what she's doing right now. I want to see her. She could fast forward to January 3rd already. Muse aloud. Can't believe I'm this impatient for our date. Oh, what this reminds me of? God, I feel like some teenage girl! I chastise myself internally. That is not internally. That is out loud. Even for me, I have to admit that that was a little creepy. But honestly, I wonder what she's doing right now. Maybe I should message her. Nah, I don't want to annoy her. Guess I'll just kill some time by making dinner. Hopefully that'll get my mind off her a bit. Meanwhile...
ちょっと鈴ね、いつまでゴロゴロしてるの？いい加減こたつから出なさい。
いいじゃん。お正月くらいさ。
いい年した女がゴロゴロと。デートをする相手くらいいないの？
そういうのセクハラだよ。いや、パワハラかな。
孫の顔を見ないことには死んでも死にきれないよ。
そっか。長生きしてもらうためにも、まだまだ孫は見せちゃダメだね。これも親孝行ってやつだね。
はあ、そんな調子じゃ本当に孫が見れないかも。
ヒロトがいるじゃん。
ヒロトには期待できないからあんたに言ってるんでしょ。
Harsh.
流れ弾で俺まで傷つけるのやめろよ。
そっか、そりゃそうだね。
孤立無縁。だいたい姉貴だって別にモテる方じゃないだろ。
スズネには料理の腕があるでしょ。相手の胃袋をつかめばいいのよ。ストマッククローで一発よ。
The old death grip.
ガチでつかみに行ってどうすんだよ。
どうなの？気になる男の人とかいい感じの男の人はいないの？
気になる男の人はいないね。
はあ、育て方間違えたかしら。
胃袋ね。
She got an idea. Oh no.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Happy Autumn!
おはよ
お！なんか上機嫌な鼻歌が聞こえてきたと思ったら、実家なのにキッチンに立ってる。こりゃ大雪で電車止まるな。
作ってるのはケーキだよ。
それでも正月に実家に帰省してる中でわざわざ作ってるのは珍しいよな。
なんか今悪意のある言い方をしなかった？
気のせいだろ。
人にとやかく言う前にあんたは真面目に就活しなよ。
就活とか嫌だな。ずっと学生のままでいたいよ。ぐずぐず。
あんたってガキよね。まだまだ男の子って感じ。
なんだそりゃ。
別に。よし、できたっと。じゃあ私行くから。
もう行くのか？いつもなら夜までゴロゴロしてるくせに。
ちょっと用事があんの。じゃあね。
ああ、じゃあな。なんだ？まさか男でもできたか？いや、そりゃねえか。あんな可愛げのない女に。
殴ったろか。そういうことはあんたにだけは言われたくない。
帰ったんじゃなかったのかよ。
悪口文句言われる気がしたから 帰ったふりしただけ。
面倒なことしてないでとっとと帰れ。
言われずとも用事があるのは本当だしね。
たがってなんでわざわざ帰る直前にケーキなんて作ってたんだ。相変わらずわけわからん姉貴だな。
He doesn't get it yet, but soon enough he'll realize when when Kose calling him brother from another mother suddenly is no longer figurative but literal. I meant it as like as like because you know family once removed because he's gonna marry into family like that. I don't know the English phrase for that. Schwiegerbrüder, I think it would be in German. Schwiegervater, I know, is like the father of the person you married. But I'm unaware of what it was for. In-law! Brother-in-law! He's got to be the brother-in-law. There we go. Got the name. But yeah, he's literally gonna be a brother from another mother when he's gonna be the brother-in-law. Should be here by now. Pace back and forth in my room like a zoo animal. I highly doubt you forgot about our plans, but I wouldn't put it past it if I casually canceled because the weather was too cold or something. I'd be pretty bummed if she bailed out last minute. However, right as I tell myself that, the doorbell rings. Coming! Upon opening the door, I see Suzune standing there.
明けましておめでとう。
Happy New Year. Yeah, I was worried for a minute. You forgot we were visiting the shrine today.
そこまでボケちゃいない。約束はちゃんと守るよ。君の方こそ準備はできてるの？
Of course.
なら行きますか。
Okay. How was your New Year's?
リフレッシュできたよ。やっぱ実家は最高だね。
Sounds like you got a good break.
そっちは休めた？
Yeah, I mean, I tried. I don't know, I had a hard time sitting around doing nothing.
働くときは働く。休むときは休む。そういうオンとオフの切り替えは重要だよ。じゃないとストレスで押しつぶされるかもしれないんだからさ。
I'll try to keep that in mind. But to be honest, working at the cafe really doesn't really stress me out. I think it's fun, as I get to learn all sorts of neat things by working with you.
そうならよかったよ。元日を外したのに結構人がいるんだね。
Well, today's the last day. The street stalls are gonna be open.
でも列ができてるってほどでもないか。これならすぐにお参りできそうだね。
Did we get something neat from one of the stalls?
それもいいけど、まずはお参りね。
Fucker, I couldn't check the goddamn background characters. Clapping my hands twice, I thanked the gods for their blessings last year. Next, I pray simply for continued good fortune in the new year. Though I have a lot to deal with this coming year, like job hunting. Resolved to first work hard at those things myself. This change of heart was probably the most important lesson I learned during my time working at the cafe. When I finally finished praying, I looked up to find Suzune staring intently at me.
ずいぶんと長かったけど、そんなにたくさん願い事をしたの？
Not really. I was just expressing my gratitude for the past year and all the fun I've had since I became involved with the cafe. So I prayed for another good year ahead. You know, the usual. And I prayed for a good year ahead. What'd you pray for?
お願いってほどのものではないけど、今年もお客さんがたくさん来てくれるといいなって。
Okay. Well, I'm sure your wish will come true. No other cafe around has cakes as good as yours after all.
ありがとう。期待を裏切らないように頑張るよ。
Alright, let's not hold up the line any longer.
で、お参りは終わったけど、今からどうするの？
I haven't really decided, to be honest. I want to just say, alright, nice seeing you and go home. I wouldn't make much of a date. And Nozomi warned me plenty about saying tactless things. Alright. Well, we have dinner somewhere. We live in the same apartment anyway, so it doesn't make much sense to split up and eat by ourselves.
そうだね。そうしよっか。じゃあさ、夕食の後、今度は私に付き合ってよ。
Sure, I don't mind. I can wait until after dinner, right?
それで問題ない。
Great.
で、夕食はどうするの？三が日となると休んでる店が大半だと思うんだけど。
Well, actually, I made this chicken wing and daikon stew the other day. Still have some left over, so I was thinking we could share that.
おー、いいねいいね。
I don't think I have quite enough to feed both of us, though.
なら、屋台で何か買って帰ろうか。
Good idea. Suzune and I walk around the shrine, checking out the various stalls. There's something about this that feels different than our time together at work. We're not bosses, subordinates here, but equals. Not that I'm complaining. This feels rather nice in its own way. Should we get yakisoba or takoyaki?
それよりも、牛串が食べたいかも。ほら、あっちにある屋台の、
Suzune turns to smile at me as she points towards a nearby stall. Fortunately, she picks the wrong moment to look away. She suddenly bumps into the arm of another visitor who's on his way to the shrine.
すみません。
Being as petite as she is, Suzune is easily knocked backwards by the man. Whoa, careful. I catch her just before she tumbles over. She's even lighter than I expected, despite the amount of momentum of her fall. She's so small that it'd be more accurate to say she landed against my stomach rather than my chest. Her long hair sways in the wind, tangling itself between my fingers. She smells really nice. Her body's very soft too. Sorry. You okay?
平気。ちょっとぶつかっただけだし。というか、ごめん。君の方こそ怪我してない？
No, doll. You're way too light to hurt me.
そういう君は、なんというか、しっかりしてるね、体。
Well, I guess I've been doing a lot of manual labor lately.
何それ、嫌味？まったく。
Because there really is a woman. Like me, her body is so small and soft.
でも、ありがとう。
Don't mention it. Just glad you're not hurt.
ほら、牛串を買いに行くよ。
Oh, right, yeah. I can see her ear is blushing red as she walks ahead of me. Perhaps it's my imagination, but her pace seems a little quicker than before, too.
大根おいしい。手羽先おいしい。
Suzune wolfed down the stew I made with an expression of pure bliss on her face.
こんなにおいしいものを作れるなんて天才だね。
Really think so? Thanks, I guess. Is it really that good? Give it another taste, to be sure, but it just seems average. Definitely isn't bad by any means, but it also isn't the sort of fine flavor I'd expect someone of Suzune's caliber to praise.
何もせずにおいしいものが食べられるって最高。
Ah, okay, she'll flatter anyone who cooks for her.
この甘酸っぱい味付けがまた食欲をそそる。めちゃうま。
As long as she's happy, I guess. Regardless, it's nice hearing someone compliment your cooking. Glad the chicken wings turned out so well. Actually, I think it's something different. It makes me just happy because compliments are coming from Suzune herself. What do I actually? Sure you don't need to slow down? I feel like you're drinking a little too fast.
そんなことないない。それに最後の晩餐だしね。明日からまたお仕事頑張らないと。
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, by the way, what was it you wanted my help with again? You said you wanted my help with some after dinner. Thought that's why we were eating at your apartment, but suddenly completely slipped my mind.
そうだった。大事なことを忘れるところだった。
Setting down her beer, she rises to her feet. Then she walks over to her fridge, pulls something out, and places it in front of me. It's a Mont Blanc?
そう。 モンブランを出そうと思ってるんだよね。期間限定メニューとして。その味見をね、してほしいわけさ。
Limited time special. This is what you came up with over New Year's.
いや、モンブラン自体はちょっと前から考えてた。
She's clearly drunk.
ああ、試作品は今朝作ったから心配ないよ。ほれほれ、味見してみてよ。
Alright. The cake is piled high with whipped cream. Splitting it apart with a fork reveals a creamy snow white interior. The fragrance of the chestnuts and the sweetness of the cream are exquisite. The crunchiness of the pastry used as the base gives it a wonderful contrast and texture as well. The way she prepared this makes it impossible to grow tired of, no matter how much I eat. Wow, this tastes incredible. There's so many layers of flavor. I feel like I could just eat this forever.
そっかそっか。狙い通りでよかった。その様子なら、メニューに加えても問題はなさそうだね。
Absolutely, this is gonna be a huge hit for sure.
よかった。
Oh, you really are amazing, Suzune.
何さ、急に。
A genuine professional, and I'm in awe of your skill. Compared to you, I'm nothing but an amateur at best.
何？酔ってる？
Nope, I haven't had anything tonight.
マジで言ってるなら重症だね。
Sorry.
ああ、もう暗くなるんじゃない。
Slams her beard can down with a thunk. Then she returns her whole body to face me.
君の言うプロから言わせてもらうとさ、プロって言ってもいろいろいるわけ。私みたいな人間もいれば、経営の上手なプロもいる。後進を育てるのが上手なプロもいる。向いてる方向は少しずつ違っても、やっぱりみんなプロなの。
Right.
むしろ経営って面を含めると、私はプロ失格かもしれない。そういう意味では、前の店のおっさんの方がプロだった。ステラで働いてるスタッフは、確かに技術って面では、その道のプロには多少劣るかもしれない。けど、お客を笑顔にするために頑張ってる。まっすぐ向き合って、努力してる。それはそれで、ちゃんとしたプロだと私は思う。みんな、ちゃんと頑張ってるよ。もちろん、君もね。スポンジを食べ比べて、美味しさに差があることは理解したでしょ？
Yeah?
その時、どう思った？お店で出すならどっち？
The one that was whisked without using heat. I think our customers will like that one more.
その気持ちがあって、そのための努力をしてる。それでいいんだって。ちゃんと胸を張りな。それにさ、言ったはずだよ。
Someone who can't even bring themselves to smile will never be able to do the same for others.
なんだ、覚えてるじゃん。
She smiles at me. It's a warm, delightful expression. Words and her smile seem to lift me up. I really can't hold a candle to her.
ああ、お酒飲んでてよかった。シラフでできないよ、こんな恥ずかしい話。
Sorry.
ほら、またそうやって落ち込む。
I'm not, though. I was just thinking about stuff.
思うところって？
Well, about how amazing of a woman you are, isn't it? Blurt out these words, keeping the momentum going. Jesus Christ.
いきなり何言ってんの？やっぱ酔ってるよね。
Whenever we talk, I'm always reminded of how immature I am compared to you. In fact, I often get the feeling you think of me as some unreliable kid.
別に、そんな風には思ってないけど、君の真面目なところに助けられてる部分はある。それに年下でも、やっぱ男だとも思ってる。結構頼りにしてるんだよ。これでもさ。
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
あと、可愛いところがあるとも思ってる。
Flush in her cheeks isn't just due to the beer she's drinking. As I watch her avert her eyes in embarrassment, I can feel my own face growing red too. Isn't that?
何さ。
I really think I la.
ああ、もう、じれったい！
What? Seeing me struggle so much to say that single word, she grabs me by the collar. She leans forward, stretching across the table, then pulling me forcefully towards her. She fucking goes for it! Damn, girl! She kisses me, giving a hot breath against my skin. Adding up, she presses her lips against mine even more passionately. After that, I have no idea what's happening anymore. All I know is that her warmth and scent seem to be spreading throughout my entire body. It's an incredibly pleasant sensation, I mean. Just...
バックログ画面ね。
please repeat.
私はこういうことできるくらい君のこと可愛いと思ってる。
Are you saying you like me too?
嫌なら最初からキスしてない。だからその確認はいらない。そういう時は即行動。
Once again, it feels as if her very essence is spreading through me. It's enough to make my temperature skyrocket and my heart pound with such force that it nearly hurts. But still, this isn't enough to satisfy me. I want more of her. More. So, reflexively... lick. Okay, he just inserted tongue. I slipped my tongue inside her mouth. He's just over there, like, basically like, that enough initiative for you, bitch! I'll take it back at first. She eventually lets me do as I please. Almost in resignation. Wondering why she lets me raid her mouth, coiling her tongue around mine. Stop, please. What is this? All we're doing is touching our tongues together. Yet before I knew it, we'd already become familiar with the... I'm just so soft. You feel so good. I could say the same to you too! Are you not enjoying it? Feels so good, my head's going blank. Sensation for kissing is raining strength in my body. My consciousness seems to be melting away. What? You've never kissed someone before either.
大人かどうかは経験の有無じゃないの。余裕の差なの。
Well, either way, I wasn't expecting my first kiss to taste like beer.
文句ある。
Oh, it was amazing.
だろうね。めちゃくちゃ興奮してるよね。
She smiles seductively. Why you look at me like that?
だってさ。
Her gaze drops down. Ah. Well, that was bulge forming in my crotch. My erection is poking through my pants. What? This isn't... It's just a natural reaction, I mean...
わかってるわかってる。こっちとら大人ですから。ったく、キスくらいでこんなにしちゃって。ほんと、しょうがないやつだな。
What? Isn't it?
しょうがないから、大人である私が何とかしてあげようか?
Mean, like... Are you sure?
まあ、大人ですから。
Okay, I would very much like you to then.
なら、そこに横になって。
What? I don't want just I don't want to just lay there like a dead fish, though.
だからいいんだよ。興奮して暴れ出したら困るでしょ。童貞なんだし。
Do I really seem like the type of guy who'd do that?
見える。
Man, why did you trust me?
いいからさっさとしなさい。
Blushing red, she pushes me down.
ほほん。なるほど。これが。
And we are skipping. It's just like a lamp in the background. It's just like aimed right at her ass. It's just like weirdly funny to me. Anyways, go after the sex scene. I think they're done. I'm gonna keep it covered though for now. Whoa, hold your horses, kid, Suzune says, stirred on by those provocative words. I can't help but want to take things to the next step. Until Suzune flicks me in the forehead.
悪いけど今日はこれで帰って。
Huh? But
私はちょっとやることがあるの。だから今日はダメ。
oh. Unable to get her to budge, I have no other choice but to return to my own apartment. Ah! Just like that, my advances were rebuffed. That's right, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight thinking about her lips and all the other stuff we did.
フェラーしてしまった。舐めて、加えて、ごっくんして。恥ずかしいセリフまで。頭、パンクしそう。
Never expected to be this exhilarating. If we just kept going, just what would have happened to me? Giving him that blowjob turned her on so much. Yeah, I'm not giving you the satisfaction, motherfuckers.
ハマっちゃったら困るよ。仕事が手につかなくなっちゃいそう。
This has become a difficult situation.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Wah wah pancake! How does this cream look?
オッケー。そのまま続けてくれる？
Okay. Continue to work while Suzune explains to me what to do and why I'm doing it. It's pretty much business as usual. Except something is off. Specifically with me. Can't stop talking about Suzune. Not to the point that I'm unable to function. But normally I'm able to concentrate fully on my work. Today, however, I just can't focus. Part of my brain is constantly preoccupied with thoughts of Suzune. And he goes without saying, that's because of what we did yesterday. Motherfucker! I didn't quite cover it enough, I think. Yeah, it wasn't quite covered enough. I'm gonna have to censor. Bollocks. 1:27:20. 1:27:20.
ちょっと、聞いてる？
Are you Hey, hello, are you listening? Suzune says. Of course I am. Beat the cream until it starts to foam. Form firm peaks. Is this good enough?
オッケー。一応今のところミスはないけど、今日の君危なっかしいよ。
Sorry, I just can't stop thinking about yesterday.
調子に乗るな。
Ow! I moved to hug her, but was repelled by a sharp flick to the forehead. Why? I thought you were the one who told me to take the initiative.
今は仕事中。
Oh yeah, I get that. I know the folks need someone to help me exercise these carnal desires, you know.
君の場合、それで済まなさそうなんだよな。いいから、仕事優先。
As kitchen workers, our personal circumstances are of no concern to our customers. Suzune's words ring in my ears. Be no laughing matter if I were to screw up because I was too distracted by sexual thoughts. She's right, I need to focus on work for the time being. Throw myself into my tasks at hand, but despite my best efforts, can't keep my mind from wandering. Partly because I can't stop thinking about how good it felt to kiss Suzune. But mostly because of how distracting and disappointed I was about things after just a makeout session and a blowjob. Why didn't she want to take things any further?
"今日も無事に終わりましたね。
Yep.
モンブランの反応どうだった？
もちろん好評でしたよ。あっちこっちで美味しいって感想が上がってました。
そっか。よかった。ほっとしたよ。
鈴音さんでも不安になるんですね。
私、そんなにずぶとい性格だと思われてる？
いえ、そうではなくて、鈴音さんのケーキなら間違いはないですから。
そうですよね。美味しいに決まってますよ。
そう言ってもらえると嬉しい。
Suzune smiles, but for a brief moment I think I see a faint shadow falling across her face. Good work today?
お疲れ様。明日もよろしくね。
Nah, well. Suzune sadly stares up at me. Her face is just closer towards her, like her gaze is magnetic. I mean, we aren't at work anymore. Instead of getting angry this time, she quietly closes her eyes. Though it's dark, we're still outdoors. Let's keep it short for now. Suzune, would you mind if I came to your place tonight?
ダメかな。だってほら、明日も仕事があるんだから。じゃあ、そういうことで。
Wait, Suzune! She disappears into the building before I can stop her fleeing from my voice. As far as we're ever gonna get. Why? I haven't done anything to piss her off, have I? I don't think so. Nothing was different at work. She even let me kiss her before she left. Don't tell me. Is it because I'm a terrible kisser? Her technique was so awful that it made her afraid of taking the next step. Gotta think, but she's more timid than she lets on. Case in point, look at how relieved she was when she heard people liked her one blonde, even though it was obviously delicious. So in other words, if I can improve my kissing technique, I can just make Suzune feel good enough that her anxiety goes away, then I don't know what to do. The internet should have plenty of tips on how to use how to up my tongue game. Wait a sec. The word anxiety reminds me of the first time we met, and a sudden doubt flashes across my mind. Why was Suzune haunted by the butterflies in the first place?
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Wah wah pancake! I will never stop that. Now that I think about it, something doesn't add up. At the beginning, I was under the impression that Suzune was struggling to find a new job because she was being harassed. But she herself had denied that. Apparently, though, her old boss, Patricia Surya, was in fact a rather strict employer. But despite her comments about him, it felt to me as if she felt almost indebted towards him. Plus, her old boss followed us on Instagram as well, which indicates that he still supports her in some regard. Ever since we opened Café Stella, Suzune has been so busy and so happy that I hadn't noticed anything wrong with her. Something's definitely not right here. From what she told me, there was nothing particularly traumatic about the experience that supposedly caused butterflies to begin haunting her. But it didn't seem as if she was lying or hiding the truth either. And what could have caused it? Arrived to work on time and entered the kitchen. Then, as usual, I assist Suzune with her morning preparations.
おいしい。いい出来。何かアクシデント？
Oh, no.
もしかして、またキスのこと考えてる？
I'm always thinking about that, but that's not it either. Don't worry, I'm not gonna let my carnal desires distract me. Here, see if I did this right.
オッケー。
Alright, I'll keep doing it this way.
よろしく。あと、ありがとうね。なんかさ、私、文句とか怒ってることの方が多いように見えるかもしれないけど、これでも感謝してるんだよ。それに、こうして一緒に働けるのも嬉しいって思ってる。
Me too, I love working with you. True to her words, Suzune is beaming with happiness. Can't imagine that she secretly dislikes baking cakes either. So what could possibly have caused her to be haunted by butterflies? The more I think about it, the more of a mystery it becomes. Take my break now. Returning to the break room, I go to my locker and pull out my phone. Then I send a message to Hiro to ask him if his sister had seemed any different to him over the New Year's.
別に ゴラゴラしてるだけだったぞ。3日にそっちに帰るとき、朝からケーキを作ってたくらいだな。
That's probably the Mont Blanc she made for me to taste. She had enough motivation to bake that cake, then I guess there's no need to be too worried about her, at least for the time being. If at all possible, I'd like to make sure I understand her problem
姉
first.
貴、どうかしたのか？
No, exactly. You mind if I call you?
そういやそうだな。嫌がらせされてたわけじゃないのなら、なんで落ち込んでたんだろう。でも、解決してるんだから、それでいいんじゃないのか？
Guess. I'm still curious. It's not a problem if she can keep working with the same energy she has been up until now. However, her old boss really had nothing to do with her slump back then, that it could be very possible that she'll experience a relapse. I'd like to pinpoint the cause of her melancholy if I can, but it doesn't seem like an easy task.
どうしても気になるなら、本人を問い詰めた方が早くないか？
I would, but I don't really want to kick the hornet's nest, you know.
そういうタイプじゃないと思うけどな。
バックログ画面だよ。
Digging up old wounds or whatever.
それに姉貴の場合、変に気を回される方が嫌がるタイプだぞ。
Yeah, I can see that.
だいたい毎日楽しそうに働いてるんだろ？
Well, yeah.
なら、やっぱ心配のしすぎだろう。
Can't blame Hiroto for thinking that. He knows nothing about the butterflies. But I saw that swarm of butterflies with my own eyes. It isn't enough to shake off my worries. Right. Thanks. Sorry to bother you about this.
別に。まあ、あんな姉貴だからな。気にするだけ損だぞ。
With that, he hangs up. You know what he means. At a glance, Suzune certainly seems like a brash woman. So a person who sweats the small details. That isn't true at all. A person with that mindset wouldn't be able to make such delicate cakes the way she does. That's why I'm worried about her. After seeing how bright she smiled today, I don't want her going back to the way she was before. I keep seeing her smile. For now, there's not much I can do but wait and see. Suzune appears to be in a good mood as she cleans up. I do the same while watching her out of the corner of my eye. However, like Hiroto said, there's nothing wrong with her at the moment, so I'm not going to gain anything by observing her. Might have no choice but to ask her directly about it after all.
ね
Now, what's up?
え、今日も一緒に帰ろうよ。
Sure, I'd love to. After closing up, Suzune and I make our way home side by side. Due to her small stature, her strides were naturally shorter than mine. Accordingly, I walk slowly as to match her pace.
で、何かあった？
What do you mean?
今日の君、ちょっと変だったからね。特に休憩から戻ってきた後は。
Oh, I guess so. Was it that noticeable?
変だったよ。私のことをじっと見てたよね。やっぱりね。君の視線をなんか感じちゃったんだよね。なに？またよからぬことを考えてるわけ？このエロガキめ。最初は思ったんだけど、なんか違う様子みたいだね。あと、ヒロトから珍しくメッセージが来たんだよね。最近どうだって。多分、君が関係してるんだろうなーって。何？怒らないから言ってみな。ほれほれ。
Isn't it? You don't hate your old boss, do you?
別に憎んではないけど。
Before you started working for us, though, you were extremely depressed. At first, I thought it was because of something your previous boss did to you, but that wasn't the case. So I thought maybe you still had some unresolved issues.
なるほど。それが気になってってわけか。
Sorry, I don't mean to be nosy.
ちなみにさ、私の態度で変なところとかあった？
Not necessarily, it just occurred to me when I saw you asking about how the Mont Blanc was doing. You always exude this air of confidence, but you also have a timid, anxious side to you. Something like that. So I got worried that something might have happened at. Whoops.
読み返しますか？
So I got worried that something might have happened at your old workplace that caused you to be like that.
そっか。見抜かれてたのか。
So I was right. Something did happen. Would you be willing to tell me about it?
なんで知りたいの？
Because I don't want to see you depressed. Also because of what you told me that one time.
しょげてる人間が誰かを笑顔にできると思うなよ。
Exactly. That's why I want to help you.
やれやれ。そこまで言われちゃしょうがないか。
Then
だけど少し待って。準備させてほしい。明日はまだ冬休みだったよね。明日連絡するから、それまで待ってて。
Alright. Trusting her, I obediently returned to my apartment for the night. Another view or not?
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Happy autumn! Today is Wednesday, our normal day off work. As I'm on winter break, I spent the day relaxing in my room. Time to prepare. What did I mean? Can't even imagine what's bothering her. She hasn't called yet either. Glance at my phone and seeing no notifications. I heave a sigh. Once again, I find myself pacing back and forth on the spot like a zoo animal, wandering around my room with no purpose. Nothing. Not a peep. Started to wish she'd specified the exact time. Waiting like this is excruciating. As I heave an umpteenth sigh, it happens. My phone vibrates at last, notifying me of an
今か
incoming
ら店
message.
に来れる？
Cafe. Oh, there, it's closed today. When she said she needed time to prepare, I assumed she meant emotionally. Could have actually have been something else. No point worrying about it now, I'll see soon enough. Guess I'll head inside.
お、来たね。
You cooking something?
ちょっとね。ミカドさんに頼んで店の材料を使わせてもらってさ。
Suzune places a long rectangular piece of chocolate cake in front of me. The outside is covered with chocolate. Inside, however, is chocolate mousse interposed with fresh cream.
これ食べてみてくれる？君のために作った私特製のチョコレートケーキ。
Oh, sure, I don't mind if it do. Carve it a piece with a fork, then I bring it to my mouth. This is amazing. Even though it's chocolate cake, the chocolate doesn't taste overpowering, and the berry's bitter sweetness balances out perfectly.
中に挟まってる層はフランボワーズのピューレを使ってるんだよ。
I think I've ever eaten something like this before.
それさ、本当に美味しいと思う？
Absolutely. All flattery aside, this tastes almost too good.
嘘をついてるわけではなさそうだね。
Of course I'm not. I genuinely think this is delicious. We're planning on adding it to our menu or something?
どうだろうね。
Contrast to my enthusiasm, she shrugs her shoulders with a somewhat glum expression.
これさ、前の店でも作ったんだよね。ほら、新作ケーキのコンペに出したやつ。
Made something this amazing?
500円設定だったけど、このケーキを他と同じ割合の売り値にすると、税抜きでも600円超えちゃったんだよ。
Oh, that's pretty steep. If I started working here, 100 yen might not have sounded like much to me. But now I know just how big a difference that really is.
負けたのは味じゃない。そう思ってた。でも少しずつ、本当に値段だけの問題だったのか、味も負けてたんじゃないか。私のケーキには何か大きな問題があるんじゃないか。なんて考えるようになって、不安に陥って、コンクールには出させてもらえなかった。
Wait, what? I thought you said that was because you lost the workplace contest.
ごめん。まるっきりの嘘ってわけではなかったんだけど、ちょっぴり見栄を張っちゃった。でも認めたくなくて、意地を張ってあの店を飛び出したってわけ。
Oh.
疑心暗鬼のまま再就職先にも困って、 私はどんどん落ち込んで。そんな時だよ。ヒロトに強引に誘われたのは。それで、まっずいパンケーキを食べさせられた。
And I sincerely apologize for that.
腹が立って、その場でパンケーキを作って。さすがに、あのパンケーキよりは美味しく作れる自信があったからね。楽しかった。やっぱりケーキが好きなんだって思った。
Can't believe that's all it took to get you back on your feet. Slowly shakes her head.
最初はやっぱり怖かったよ。自信もなくて。でも、とある人の言葉に教えられた。
Certain someone? You mean me?
ブー、はっずれ。君じゃないです。大家さんです。
Landlady.
水商売っていうのはね、自己満足だけじゃダメなの。その自己満足を他の人に伝えて理解してもらわなくちゃいけない。
私、こだわりを持ってケーキ作りをしてたけど、それを他の人に伝える努力はしてなかった。食べてもらえば分かってもらえる。そう思ってたから。食べてもらうための努力ってのが抜けてた気がするんだよね。
Mean with the price and everything?
それも含めていろいろと。そういう意味では君たちの方がずっとプロだと思った。
そうね。
でも別に深刻に思わなくていいから。悩んでるとかじゃなくて、区切りを見つけたいんだと思う。落としどころさえ見つかれば君を心配させることもなくなるからさ。
Alright. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say.
ありがとう。
After that, we tidy up the kitchen and leave the cafe. As we have nothing else in particular planned, the two of us head back home together as usual.
でも驚いた。まさか気づかれてるとはね。
Well, I've been watching you a lot lately. Love you so much I can hardly take my eyes off you.
そういえば、好きって初めて言われた。
Oh, is it really?
そうだよ。間違いない。最初は言いよどんで、我慢できずにキスをして、フェラまでしちゃって。
My bad. I really should have said it sooner.
私もそういう気になってたけど、改めて言われると結構嬉しいね。
Do you love me too, Suzune?
好きだよ。好きじゃなきゃあんなことまでできない。
But for some reason, you won't go all the way with me.
それは。
I'm just gonna ask you directly. Why won't you have sex with me?
場所考えて。
Jesus Christ, buddy. Sorry, I just want to know. If it's a problem on my end, then I'll do whatever it takes to fix it. I've been doing my best to study up, as a matter of fact.
勉強？
Never mind. What I'm trying to say is that if there's some reason why, then I want you to tell me.
さっきも言ったけど、私はまだ区切りを見つけられてない。そんな状態だと、なんか君を逃げ場にしちゃう気がしたから。
That won't happen.
大丈夫って。
I won't be an escape for you.
どういう意味？
I'm a huge fan of your cake, Suzune. So I'm not gonna let you run away from baking. I'm holding you responsible for making me fall in love with your baking, so you better keep making delicious cakes from now on.
なんだそりゃ。そっかそっか。それじゃあ確かに逃げ場にはならないか。
Like Susan, like you may just turn out to be an escape from it all for me. And he just fucking dead ass looks in the eye. You fucking tried to make me your escape. You fucking managed to make me your escape, then you fucking earned the escape. If it's support you need, I'll give you as much as you want.
そっか。私のファンか。
I'm taking off my jacket. It's getting warm!
そんなにしたいの？
Yes.
しょうがないな。このエロガキめ。
Despite her words, Suzune smiled softly and with a faint hint of embarrassment as well. A short while later, we arrive at her apartment. Once inside, Suzune promptly pushes me down onto her bed. Then, without further ado, she straddles me.
さてと、それじゃあ始めようか。
I decide to leave out the part where she commented on her body being petite because that is unnecessary. Anyways, this looks like she's wearing boxes and a sports bra. Weird. Anyways, I'll see you after the sex scene. They are done, but I don't want to get rid of the text box. The actual, like, edit, timestamp text box, I mean. Because she's still naked and small enough to where if the text box in the game were to disappear, I would have to censor. Anyways, we finally did it, Suzune says. Do you regret it?
ちょっと。
A little, Suzune says.
シーツ
Only because my sheets are all dirty now, it's gonna be a real pain to wash, Suzune says. Did I scare you for a second? Suzune says with a giggle. Yeah, you did.
安心しな。
Relax, I told you I love you. My feelings for you haven't changed at all, Suzune says. Okay, they're done.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
You didn't have to worry. Once winter break is over and the festive cheers of New Year's is worn off, life returns to normal. Thanks to all the students returning from their hometowns, the cafe is busier than ever before, proving Shiki's doubts wrong. Our Mont Blanc are also selling very well. Extremely well, in fact. Due to their limited quantity, there's never a day where they don't sell out.
お電話ありがとうございます。カフェステラです。はい。そうですが。はい。
Couldn't hurt to make a few more Mont Blancs, could it?
かもしんない。けど、これ以上は作業の方がね。二人で作るとなると、キャパオーバーだよ。
Oh, this is true. Lately, I've been coming into work early to bake the cakes we'll be selling for the day. Afterwards, I do my job in the kitchen as usual, working, restocking as needed, and preparing for the next day. Lastly, I clean up once it's time for closing. Sometimes Akizuki and Nozomi will come to lend us a hand in the kitchen during business hours. But when the kitchen is busy, that naturally means the dining floor is busy as well. So we can't expect too much help from them. Speaking of which, what are you planning to do next month?
何のこと？
Valentine's Day is just around the corner, right?
なに？今からチョコのおねだり？
Well, no, of course I'd like some, yeah. I was talking about next month's Valentine's special. You're probably making some kind of chocolate cake, right?
考えてはいるんだけどね。ザッハトルテはもう出してるからね。
Oops. Well, what about that one cake?
あれって？
You know, the one you made for me last time, the chocolate cake.
あれか。
Wasn't Sandy good? It ended up being a bit more expensive, but hey, since it's a limited time product, I'm sure people will still be willing to buy it.
君ってさ、なかなかいい性格してるよね。あの話を聞いた上で、あのケーキを出せって言うんだから。
It was the cake that lost her that contest. The cake that had caused her to doubt herself, quit her job, and shut herself in her apartment. It wouldn't be surprising if she was mildly traumatized by it. I really do think it was delicious, though. People say it's selling out daily, just like the Mont Blanc.
そう言ってくれるのは嬉しいけどね。あれをあのまま出すのは、昔の私と何の変化もない気がして、 なんか嫌なの。
Well, I guess I can understand that. We're not gonna offer any kind of Valentine's Day special then.
それもちょっと違う気がするから、何かは必要だと思うんだけど。
ちょっといいか。
ミカドさん、どうしたんですか？
さっきバレンタインの話をしていただろう。それに関してだ。
Is there some kind of problem?
いや、問題ではない。むしろチャンスかもしれんな。
What do you mean?
さっき電話があったのだ。イベントに参加しないかとな。
What kind of event?
ケーキワングランプリとかいうイベントだ。
イニシャル的には C1 だけどね。
そのグランプリでバレンタイン用のイベントをやるらしい。
でもそっか、ケーキワングランプリか。
What exactly is that thing anyway?
詳しい内容は改めてメールが送られてくるそうなのだが。
いろんな店がそのテーマに合わせたお菓子を作るんです。で、部門別に評価して審査員一押しのスイーツを決める。店は出品した商品を実際に売って、その情報が雑誌に載ったりアプリで配信されたりとか。
Oh, that sounds interesting.
詳しいな。もしかしてかなり有名なイベントなのか。簡単にスマホで調べてみる限りでは詐欺などではなさそうだが。
Can I see it?
詐欺じゃないですよ。何度も行われてますから。というか、前に私が働いてたところのオーナー、そのグランプリで優勝したことがあるんですよね。
Well, would you look at that? The perfect opportunity to give her back her confidence! It was a bit too loud there, wasn't I? Sorry about that. I'm not gonna note down the timestamp and put a volume warning though, because I'm an asshole. So that's why you knew about it.
規模としてはそこまで大きくないんですけどね。でも雑誌社も協力してるから宣伝になるかも。
Ah, you're right. I see patisserie Surian's name in the list of judges. Bakery is really super famous, huh?
え、
Really is super
おっ
famous.
さん
Huh?
が審査員なの？
Yeah, look, right here. Susan appears with the phone in my hand. And then, after staring at the screen for a few seconds...
そうか。意外と早くこの日が来たか。
What day?
あのおっさんを私のケーキでうならせる日、見返す日、リベンジする日。
Some reason or another, a fighting spirit has suddenly flared up. Man, you're really competitive.
商売ってのは客の奪い合いなの。常に戦争なのさ。
よくわからんが、とりあえずイベントには参加する方向でいいのだな。
はい、お願いします。
わかった。では、そのように返事をしておこう。
So, it's good to see you motivated, but what kind of cake are you planning to enter into this competition?
まあ、そこが一番の問題なんだけどね。
Just min-max the fuck out of that chocolate cake. According to what Mika said, the Grand Prix will be held in late January, on Wednesday, exactly 2 weeks from today. Apparently there'll also be an interview conducted on that day, or day off. There's definitely something odd about the whole situation, though. It's only natural to think so. After all, there seems to be a bit of context to this that I'm missing.
参加の返事をする際にいろいろと確認をしたのだが、今回の誘いは審査員が強引にねじ込んだらしい。
You mean...
おそらく鈴音の言っていたおっさんだろう。
But the fact that he's giving her a chance to prove herself means that he wants to support her,
もし
right?
くはへし折ろうとしているのかもな。
What do you think, Mikado? Honestly, I'm a little worried if this doesn't go well. She could end up being haunted by butterflies again.
そういうリスクは確かにあるな。だがそれを言うなら逃げ続けるのもリスクだろう。お前の心配をなくすためにはいつかは乗り越えねばならんハードルだ。
So.
それを思えば今回のイベントはいい機会かもしれんぞ。鈴音はすでに参加すると決めたのだ。お前がすべきことは心配ではなく応援ではないのか。
Yeah. Haven't told Susan about any of this yet. Though I thought it'd be best not to pile needles and worries on her. Though we'll be judges to cake she's submitting that the event will actually be sold at our cafe. It has to be made with our customers in mind.
時間はないけど考えるよ。グランプリに出すケーキ。っていうか、バレンタイン用のケーキか。
Let me know if there's anything I can help with.
とりあえず、味見要員は確定ね。
Sounds great. I'm a huge fan of new cakes anyway.
ケーキだけ？
Well, when it comes to you, I'm a bit more than just a fan. I'm your boyfriend.
それもそうだ。
So give it your all. I'm here to support you.
やってやるぜ。カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Fwa fwa pancake! Yes, I will keep doing that.
ねえ、鈴音さん、最近ずっとあんな感じでうなってるけど、どうしたの？
Haven't you heard? We're taking part in this Valentine's Day cake competition. Seems like the progress on our cake is going rather poorly, though.
締め切りもうすぐじゃなかった？
Yeah, that's why she's groaning like that, even while working.
なるほどね。協力しないの？彼氏として。
Word boyfriend makes me feel a bit embarrassed. Well, that makes me happy too, but still, since we're in the workplace, romance we already told the others about our relationship. Everyone had accepted the news rather easily, although it was a bit embarrassing. I knew the others would tease me and roll their eyes at me if they saw me acting all shy. I'd like nothing more than to help her, but there's nothing much I can do at this stage. She's still trying to come up with an idea for a cake, after all.
そりゃまあそうかもしれないけど、でも応援ってそんな直接的なことだけじゃないと思うんだけど、協力の仕方はいろいろあるもんでしょ？安直な手伝い方だけじゃなくて、彼氏として彼女に必要なことを考えるのも重要なことだと思うけど。
Anyway, I've been assuming that the only thing I could do was help her taste test, doing what I can to help Susan focus on making the cake is an effective way of supporting her as well. Thanks for the advice, Shiki. I'll think a bit hard about what I can do for her. See you tomorrow. As usual, another smooth day at work comes and goes. Our cleanup is much simpler and quicker today. This being because Suzune was only making a prototype cake, but still. Susan is still racking her brains, but as she had been all day. It's amazing how she hasn't made a single mistake at work, despite being so distracted.
ザッハトルテは普通すぎるし、そもそもレギュラー商品だし。チョコのケーキか。
Susan, you're looking kind of pale.
お？
It wouldn't hurt to get the Grand Prix off your mind for a little while, would it?
そういうわけにはいかんでしょ。時間がないんだから。
All the more reason to do so. Since we don't have much time, it's more necessary for you to manage your health so you can concentrate properly. Plus, you've been moaning and groaning all day and you still haven't come up with anything. You're just wasting your time banging your head against the wall.
痛いところ。
This might sound cliche, but I think the change of pace will do you some good. What do you say we call it a day?
そうだね。何にも思いつかないし、帰ろうか。
It's hard to believe that even you get stumped at times.
そりゃあるよ。私を何だと思ってるのさ。
No, I don't mean it like that. I just meant that this is the first time I've ever seen you at a loss when it comes to cakes. Every time I come crying to you for help, you always come up with a solution at no time at all.
私はドラえもんかそんな風に見えてたのは、これまでの積み重ねのおかげだよ。
Then how come you can't think of any chocolate cakes to make?
君が美味しいって言ってくれてるあのケーキ。10年にも満たないパティシエ人生だけど、あれが一番の自信作。 たんだよね。はあ、おっさん相手に全く一緒のケーキを出しても進歩がないって思われるだけだよ。
Easy. Don't make it the same cake. Improve it.
かといって中途半端なケーキは出せないし、でもあれを超えるケーキとなると。
So you're just going around in circles.
うん、
Are you getting enough sleep lately?
寝てるよ一応。普段より短いかもしれないけど。
What about food?
知ってる？最近の袋麺って結構いけるんだよ。
So you're not eating any decent meals? It's no wonder your face looks so pale and your brain isn't functioning. We do think you should forget about the Grand Prix for a while. In fact, I'm gonna make you forget about it.
忘れさせるって。今はそんなことしてる余裕はないのに。
Suzune? Listen up,
Café
Parrot.
Stella.
Waff waff pancake!
まあ
Hold out the fork, placing the last few leaves of salad into her mouth. Next up, soup.
あんがとう。っていうか、忘れさせるってそういうことね。
There's no need for you to think about anything today. I'll take care of it.
昨日からやってもらってるけどね。
Wow, you left a lot of things to do. I was pretty surprised when I walked in here last night. Dirty clothes, bits of garbage, empty beer cans that had been strewed all over the floor. It just goes to show how stressed she is about the Grand Prix. There's no way she'd have normally left things so unkempt. So I hoped.
まあ
Well, whatever. It feels kind of rewarding taking care of Suzune like this. All the more so if it helps her make delicious cakes.
ごちそうさまでした。
I'll mention it. I gotta get to class once I'm done tidying up, though. Just take it easy for the day. I'll be back to check in on you around lunch.
わかった。
Today's a day for resting, okay? I don't want you thinking about anything that's unnecessary. In fact, feel free to go back to bed if you
わ
want.
かったから、早く行きなって。
See you
いって
later.
らっしゃい。
Seeing Kosei off, I flopped back down on my bed. I lay there, staring up at the ceiling.
気遣ってくれるのは嬉しいんだけどね。
Can't help but think. The deadline is creeping closer and closer. I have to do something. Still,
結構嬉しいんだよね。
I'd always been alone up until now. Although I suppose my work had technically required me to cooperate with others. But this is different from helping others or being helped in return. It makes me rather happy to have someone pamper me. Above all, it feels wonderful knowing that someone else is thinking about me so sincerely.
年下の男ってのも悪くはないもんだ。
Since Kosei had gone out of his way to do all this for me, I suppose I should at least make an effort to relax like he said. Doubt I'll be able to stop thinking about cake in the meantime, though. So I thought, but perhaps I'm more exhausted than I realized. Surprising enough, I found myself drifting off into sleep once more with little difficulty. On Wednesday, I have class until 4th period, so I haven't been able to stay with Suzune for much of the day. But that may have been for the best. Stopped by the apartment at noon to look in on her, but when I unlocked the door with the key she'd given me, I found her fast asleep. She must have been pretty tired, so instead of waking her, I simply left her lunch along with a quick note and took my leave. After my classes are over, it's time to make dinner. Suzune was feeling a little guilty, so I decided to at least let her do the grocery shopping. Tonight's menu is cream pork stew. Always nice to have something warm to eat in the winter.
美味である。
Glad you like it.
うまいうまい。
Like before, I feed Suzune her food. Like a bird feeding its chick.
おいしい。君マジ天才。
That's too much praise.
おいしいのは本当だよ。あり。
Whoops.
て
Fuck.
いうかいいよ。さすがにシチューは自分でスプーン持った方が食べや
バックログ画面ね。
美味しいのは本当だよ。ありがとう。はあ、あったまる。
Actually, hold on, let me do something. There we go.
っていうかいいよ。さすがにシチューは自分でスプーン持った方が食べやすい。
Yeah? Okay, here.
はあ、美味し
Here, have some more sake too.
い。こりゃどうも。クリームシチューにも日本酒って合うものなんだね。力強い旨味に酸味、シチューの甘みとのバランスがいい。なんでこんなに美味しいんだろう。
Because I made it with all my heart. Secret ingredient is the little spice called love.
確かにそうかもね。うまい。
I was waiting for some kind of witty retort, actually.
だって事実だよ。このシチューを食べてるとすっごく幸せで、体だけじゃなくて心まで温かくなる感じ。嬉しいよ。本当に嬉しい。もっと冷めないうちに食べちゃわないとね。
Don't worry, my love for you is gonna cool down anytime soon.
嬉しいよ。
Again, still waiting for some kind of witty retort. This is some nice new tactic of hers, pretending to accept everything I say so she can ignore my lame jokes. Well, it makes me happy, so I guess it's fine.
本当に美味しかった。満足した。
I'm just happy I can be useful to you in other ways that don't involve being your taste tester.
役に立ってるよ、君は。というか、そういうことじゃないでしょ。恋人ってのはさ、素敵な彼氏だよ、君は。だって、私をこんなにも幸せにしてくれるんだから。
Well, I'm glad my hard work paid off. Are you feeling a little more refreshed now?
かなり。やっぱり寝不足だったんだろうね。頭の中の霧が晴れたというか、おかげで少し見えてきたかも。
Really?
君のおかげだよ。君がいてくれたからってシチュー口元についてる。
Where?
ほら、こっちに来な。
Susan bends forward and kisses me on the lips.
うん。
Overly excited of what seems like our first kiss in days, I proceed to stick my tongue into her mouth. Its taste, smell, just warmth, this softness. Kissing really is the best. はい、綺麗になった。こういうことするのも、なんか、久々な気がするね。 You've constantly had your mind on other things these past few days.
ごめん、ちょっとテンパってた。でも、もう平気。頭もすっきりしたしね。だから、
You're ready to start working on your new prototype?
今日はゆっくりする日だから、それに日本酒も飲んじゃったしね。それよりも、頭はすっきりしたから、今度は体をすっきりさせようか。
Man, talk about a move killer. You sound like a dirty old man, Suzune.
ムードに関しては君に言われたくない。
Seriously though, are you drunk?
酔ってるけど、それを差し引いたとしても、体がすっごく熱くなってる。それとも、今日はやめとく？
Hell yes, I do. It was supposed to be like, ah! Yes. Feeling somewhat drunk on the atmosphere myself, I pick up Suzune and toss her onto the bed.
めったに押し倒して何するつもり？
Oh, we got this CG again, which I'm gonna just like take a screenshot here, just because I like the CG. I don't know why. And then I'm just like, let me just get rid of this, like bring back the text box. Oh no. Do I even need to say? And be honest, you want this just as much as me.
一緒にするんじゃないの、エロガキめ。
I knew I fell in love with that horn dog.
そう、誰だろうね。
If you won't admit it, I'll just have to make
へ
it.
え、できるものならやってみるといいよ。大人の女がそんな簡単にメロメロになると思ったら大間違いなんだから。
I can technically still show this since it's just this, but still, what the fuck? That was just a fade to black and back. What the fuck has this man done? Jesus Christ. I'm trying to be louder than the fucking background modes right now, if you haven't noticed. So I'm just gonna keep talking. Anyway, see you after sexy. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm just back real quick again because I turned off the overall volume so we can't hear anything anymore, so I can actually pull this up. Just this. That didn't take long. I don't know why that's so funny to me. Anyways, back to the sex scene. There was immediately a scene change after the sex scene was over, so I didn't actually see what the hold on, let me just check what the transition
バックログ画面だよ。
シーンを移動するわよ。
ほんと、バカなんだ。カフェステラと死神の蝶。
ふわふわパンケーキ。
よし、これでどうだ。
Wow. Looks pretty different from the old cake.
一応基本的な構成は同じような感じなんだけどね。
Really?
とりあえず味見してみてよ。
Alright, don't mind if I do. The previous iteration of this cake had a visible cross-section. This time it's cylindrical, however, and the outside is completely covered with chocolate coating. It looks cute and just a little bit fancy as well. Without further ado, I sink my fork into its chocolate surface. Ah, inside a thick red sauce comes spilling out.
フランボワーズをね、ソースに変更してみたんだよ。びっくりした？
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.
そっか。なら、大成功だ。
So this new cake you use, it's sort of thick, sticky sauce. The inspiration for this wouldn't happen to be something obscene, would it?
んなわけないでしょ、気持ち悪い。何でもエロに直結させるのはやめなよ。
Sorry, my bad.
くったらないこと考えてないで。ほら、食べてみな。
I like how Susan just stood there and looked at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're being creepy right now. Jesus Christ, calm down. Get your dick under control. Alright. Mixing the sauce and the chocolate to bring it to my mouth. The sweet and sourness of the sauce accentuates the cocoa fragrance and bitterness extremely well. It's delicious.
本当に？
Absolutely, don't doubt yourself.
そういうんじゃないんだけどね。以前のケーキとは結構変えたから。
What else did you change besides covering it with chocolate frosting and swapping your puree to a sauce?
その2つがかなり重要なの。チョコレートの量が違うし、ソースにした分、こっちの想定通りの絡み方はしないかもしれないし。
Nah, I guess that's true. Since you had to use more chocolate, though, was this even more expensive to make than the old one?
いや、安くなった。一応ギリギリだけど、500円に収めて480円ってとこかな。
That's awesome and all, but how?
使う量が増えた分、以前のままだと濃厚すぎるんだよね。そこら辺でバランスとって値段も下がった。
Okay. It's probably a good thing that the price had dropped. But is this cake really that much more impressive than the old one?
なんか文句ありそうな顔。
Hardly, I have no...
まあ言いたいことはわかるよ。結局前のとそんなに違わないんじゃないかってことでしょ。
Well... Yeah, that's the kind of feeling I got too.
バレンタイン用のケーキって誰かと一緒に食べるんじゃないかと思ったんだよね。
Normally, most of the gifts you'd give someone on Valentine's are things that last a little longer, like boxes of assorted chocolates. But if you were to specifically buy a confection that's best eaten fresh, then you'd most likely be planning to share it with someone. Not that it applies to everyone necessarily, but most, without a doubt.
だから食べてる時に話を膨らませるようなドッキリをね、仕掛けてみたわけだよ。
Yeah, something that you want to talk about and show other people.
そうそう、そういうこと。あと
Also, despite the fact that we were at work in the kitchen, she suddenly kisses me. I thought you said we shouldn't do these things at work.
キスじゃないもん。今のは口元をきれいにしてあげただけ。ソースがついてたよ。
So that's another scenario you're hoping this cake would lead to.
そういうこと。食べやすさとか重視するなら前の方がいいんだけどさ、誰かと食べるならこういうのもいいかなって。
Suzune! How dare you! I'm the one who makes the bad jokes here. That's my job. Yeah, I'd have to agree. Tastes just as good as the other cakes, so I'd say this one is better for sharing with someone else.
同意してもらえてよかった。はあ、間に合ってよかった。
You definitely got it pretty close. People coming to interview her will be arriving tomorrow. Apparently, her old boss will be coming to taste her cake as well. You nervous?
そりゃね、もうすでにドキドキしてる。
It'll be okay. But if you do end up losing, feel free to blame it on me and my lacking experience with being a taste tester.
ありがとう。さすがに君の責任にはしないよ。ダメだったなら純粋に実力不足だったってこと。でももう大丈夫。引きこもったりしない。だってすぐそばで支えてくれる人がいるからね。
On second thought, I think I'm going to skip class tomorrow.
なんで？
Because I want to be there to support you through the interview.
いいよ、気にしないで。でいうか、一人がいい。
You do?
年上の大人としてそこまで情けない姿を見せられないよ。私がやり残してたことだから自分でけじめをつけなきゃ。
Well, if you're that set on it, I guess I won't go.
ただ昇進した彼女が彼氏に甘えるくらいはいいよね。
Not sure about that.
なんでさ。
I mean, obviously I would like to comfort you, but if that happens, it would mean your cake lost the competition. In that case, I think I'd be just as angry as you.
じゃあグランプリを取った時には祝勝会ってことで甘えさせてもらおうかな。
Now that I can do gladly.
バーカ。カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Suzune-Route. I'm gonna keep doing that, by the way. When talking! Ah! Wednesday! The next day! Finally, the day of reckoning has come! That being said, I still have class to attend until 4th period. Man, I wish I wasn't at the cafe right now. But if I went, Susan would probably get mad at me. Ugh, this sucks. She really gonna be alright?
大丈夫ですか、鈴音さん。なんだか顔色が。
ありがとう。でも平気。緊張はしてるけどね。でも別にこの場から逃げ出したいとかじゃないから。むしろリベンジできる機会が舞い込んだことに感謝してるくらいだから。
わかりました。
取材の連中が来たぞ。準備はいいか？
それじゃあこのバレンタインケーキで一発ぶちかましてやりましょう、すずねさん。
Once class is over, I run straight for the cafe. Did my best to concentrate throughout class, but to little success. Hope everything went okay. When I arrive at the cafe, everything is quiet. At least it doesn't seem like the interview is still going on. I guess it must be over already. Suzune here, or did you already go home? But either way, I figure why not. So I decided to go inside and take a peek.
おや、来たんだ。
Well, I just had to know. Is the interview already over?
無事に終わったよ。
How'd you think it went?
どうだったんだろうね。あのおっさん、わかりにくいタイプだから、どういう感触だったのかわからん。
Hey. What about you? How do you personally feel about it?
私は、そうだね。案外、大したことはなかったかな。あ、今日一緒に夕食食べない？多分、昔の自分とは違う。変わったって自覚してるからだろうね。おっさんと会ってみたけど、意外と大したことなかったよ。
We head out together to buy ingredients for dinner. On the way, I asked her more about the interview. How'd you react when he saw you?
特には。ま、あの人からすれば、元気そうにやってるだけで十分だと思うでしょ。
Ah, okay. What about the interviewers? How did they react?
上々の反応だったけど、ああいう人たちって実際の記事では真逆の反応を示したりするから。
Damn.
でも、そうだな。今回の取材を受けて、おっさんと会ってよかったと思ってはいるよ。
How so?
自分が変わったことを再認識できたから、私はこの店に来てよかったよ。
Where's this coming from?
君と出会えたからね。
You're too kind.
と言っても甘ったるい話じゃないけどね。それに正確には君たちって感じだし、お客さんを笑顔にしたい、そのために頑張る、そのことにまっすぐ向き合っている君たちを見て、私の中でプロって言葉の意味が変化した。そしたら私の中で世界が広がった感じがしたんだ。悔しいね。きっとあのおっさんは見抜いてたんだ。
When you first started working here, you were already an excellent pastry chef. In that case, what matters is the experience you gained. Baking experience, but life experience.
絶対に任す。あのおっさんに勝ってみせる。
Did you not win with your cake today?
取材だもん。あのおっさんの中で私の印象が変わってたらいいけど、それは教えてもらえないだろうしね。だからいつかケーキで勝ってみせるよ。絶対に。
To be there when that happens. So I have decided I'm going to stay with you and continue helping you with your work, Suzune.
それって一生アシスタントするってこと？
Nope, I didn't mean that. I think there are even better ways I can support you. I mean, you're probably thinking of opening up your own business at some point in the future, right?
それはまあいつかはね。一国一城の主を目指すつもりではいるけど。
Yeah, so that's what I want to help you with. In order to run a business, you're going to need someone who knows how to manage sales and finances in addition to your skills as a pastry chef. That's where I come in. I want to see you succeed over your own boss. Or your old boss.
確かにそういう知識も必要だ。
Time for him to become
じ
an
ゃあ
accountant.
期待させてもらおうかな。
You could pretty easily do you not believe me?
逆だよ。信用してる。君なら何があっても約束は守るって思ってるからだよ。
Thanks.
嬉しいの、私。
Saying that, she leans in close, and she wraps her arm around mine, sparkling happily against me. Hey, when spring comes, why don't we start selling that cake of yours?
なんで
Because it's delicious. So delicious that I want other people to get the chance to try it.
けど、あれは。
Oh, I'll think of something. Find a way to make it popular, even if it costs over 600 yen. But if I can't do that, I doubt I'll be able to continue supporting you in the future. If I can't even do that, I doubt I'll be able to continue supporting you in the future.
そうだね。そういうのもいいかもね。じゃあ、期待させてもらっちゃおうかな。
Yes, ma'am.
すみません。グランプリを取ったケーキが欲しいんですけど。
Oh, she fucking killed it.
はーい。ありがとうございます。
Just immediately gonna skip that. Does love even count as an ingredient achievement unlocked?
おまけですね。
That's it? You gotta give me like, hey, I wanna order that fucking cake that won the Grand Prix, and yeah, sure, right there. Over? Really? Okay. Anyways, the bashful Susan, inquisitive turn, failure and encouragement, working on Christmas Day, be courageous, a boy she has feelings for. Suzune explodes. If I must suck. If I must continue, a morsel of regret. Suzune broods. Why? Suzune's fan. As the adult. Leave it to Suzune. As the adult continued. Cake won Grand Prix. New cake. Lover's turn. Take it slow. Take it slow. Complete. The battle is on Wednesday. But I kind of like feel like I should go just do the after story for her at the very least, because this does not feel like enough. I want more. Ah! Why is Suzune so great? I adore her. Anyways, so yeah, that was Suzune's route. Next time, we'll be moving on to Nozomi. Which means we'll have to do some new scenes here. Not here. Here. Some new scenes here! Ah, yes! Suck! What's the other option, buddy? I'm not gonna click on it because then I'd have to censor something in this window. With the butterfly! Fuck you, butterfly! Anyways, yeah, might as well just already mark the path here. Hone my skill. There we go. Now that's that one done. Come down here, take a break. This isn't it first. I'm just gonna leave it here. Anyway, so yeah, that was Suzune's round. Why is Suzune so fucking good? And I hope you guys enjoyed this one and see you next time. Bye bye. I want more.